Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to dive into some of the news about Strixhaven, as well as just some announcements for the channel, announcements for what's happening in the Magic world in general. There was enough stuff that I was like, you know what, we got to start covering this because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So if you didn't know, Strixhaven School of Mages is the next set that's coming out to MTG Arena on April 15th, coming out to MTG Arena and Magic Online. It comes out on paper on April 23rd, the pre-release week. If you guys are into limited and everything, which is one of my favorite times to actually play paper is in the limited events, but that's April 16th to 22nd. Check out your local game stores for that kind of information. And we are really close, 5 days away from the preview kickoff. So that's going to be happening out on Twitch at March 25th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, which changes. It's really weird. Being in Arizona, we don't do the whole crazy daylight savings time that you guys do, that weird thing that everyone just thought was a smart thing to do. So if my post schedule has changed at all for you guys, that's the reason why. It's because we don't believe in such madness that you guys are doing everywhere else. I've lived in a few different states. I lived in but most of my time I spent has been in Arizona and Hawaii, and they both don't do daylight savings time. And so anytime I've been outside of these states, it's like, what is everyone thinking? Why in the world would you do those things? There's like 3 states that don't do it, and I happen to have lived in those states most of my life. Anyway, you guys are all crazies. Anyway, so diving into this, there's a couple other fun things. So first off, we've already gotten some previews with Strixhaven. So these ones came out a while ago. You guys can go check them out. I like there's a bunch of different sites for previews. There's I can't think of all off the top of my head right now, but you can go check out whatever you want. I like MTG Goldfish's preview page, MTG previews. They have a pretty quick way to get to it. They stay up to date with stuff. They're good stuff, man. Anyway, check them out here. There's a bunch of new cards that came out quite a while ago. They're going to be coming out consistently starting out on the 25th. New cards will be coming up, and you can see what's coming before it comes. I'll also try to do a few things with that along the way. I'm going to try doing a few more preview videos for Strixhaven rather than just doing everything else, because one of the hardest things for me with Magic is these next 2 weeks. Every time with a 3-month schedule of every set, there's a new every 3 months there's a new set. And Strixhaven being the next one. After 2 months, so this is the 2-month mark of the last set coming out. I have about 2 weeks where it's really difficult for me to make content. I don't know why. 2 weeks here, and then the 2 weeks just before the set comes out, I'm always like, I forgot all of these cards, and I have like a million ideas pop through my head, and I can't get enough done before the next set comes out. But these 2 weeks, for some reason, I just have like a complete, like, every single time for the last 2.5 years doing this channel, that I just have like a complete like brain fart. I have no clue what I'm doing with Magic for a little bit, and I have like an existential crisis every time of like, what am I doing with my life? I don't know why, but I'm recognizing it this time, and we're gonna do some other fun stuff. That's why I've been making some other content. I'm planning to do that just so I don't ever burn out completely on Magic, because these 2 weeks are the time that I'm always like, I don't like Magic that much because I'm burnt out a little bit on it. So bear with me for these 2 weeks, and then we'll be getting into fun stuff later on. But so we got some spoilers here. We are going to be doing some other fun things this week coming up. Magic Legends, let's go to the homepage here again, is coming out March 23rd. This is the pre-release on the 22nd. So it's coming out March 23rd. You can go ahead and sign up for the beta right now on the site. Go search up Magic Legends, and you can pre-download it so you can actually play on time. It starts out, I think it officially opens up 11 a.m. Pacific time on March 23rd. So 11 a.m. Pacific time, March 23rd, you can start playing Magic Legends. This game is looking awesome. It's really cool. So it's basically, if you guys like Diablo at all, Diablo's fun stuff. And that's one of my favorite things. So basically, let's not actually open up a video, my bad. It basically has Diablo top down, you're fighting dudes type of feel, while you also have a deck list that you can build. So these spells up here on top are the ones that you can actually be playing as your activated abilities, basically. which you can see over here. I think they've changed up the look a little bit, but you can do some really fun stuff with this. There's a bunch of different colors. They're going to keep improving it as it goes through. This is just beta right now, but if you guys are interested in that kind of content, I'm going to be doing some content around that in the next couple weeks, because I'm getting burnt out on Magic, and this is still something Magic related that looks really fun. Other games I'm going to be playing in the future. Diablo 2 Remastered is coming out soon. I want to look at that, and then basically any Twitch game or Switch game that looks interesting to me, and a few other things that maybe if you guys are interested in something, let me know. But those are things I'm going to be starting to make some content on, because I like making content. This is something I like to do. But the biggest and hardest thing for me is, while I like making content, I get tired of Magic sometimes. I doing 2 videos a day is a little bit much. Doing 1 video a day is totally fine. That's easy to do. 2 videos a day of Magic itself, honestly, doesn't take that much time to do all of that stuff, but I just start getting burnt out on Magic overall. And so that's the one thing I'm going to try to be making some other content, other fun things, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, just let me know in the comments below if that's something you guys are enjoying and liking. All right, so let's dive into the new thing. We have some teasers from Mark Rosewater. Not necessarily spoiling cards, but giving us the teasers of what cards could say. Like, for instance, a white card with rules text, draw 3 cards. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave links for all this kind of stuff down below, because I'm not sure if I'm going to go over every single thing here. We might actually. Let's just go over everything here, because it's not too much, and that's what we have time for right now. So I think that basically gives all my announcements for my channel and what's going on with Magic coming in the future. For the most part, basically look out for spoilers. There's going to be some really fun stuff. Magic Legends is really exciting. There's a bunch of other things that I'm wanting to be doing, and fun content that we're going to be doing. And basically my promise to you guys is that I'm still planning, even though the post time might be a little bit off every once in a while, but I'm still planning on doing 1 video a day of Magic every single time. And most likely I'm going to be doing more than 7 videos a week on Magic, because it's what I like to do. It's what you guys like to see. But I am going to be exploring other content as we go through. Magic Legends is going to be one of those things that we're going to be exploring, because it looks awesome and I'm really excited for it, and I like fun stuff. But I'm also getting burnt down to Magic, and so that's why there has to be a little bit of extra stuff going on. All right, let's dive into this now. All right, so before previews officially begin, I thought I would release the dual style teasers. Yeah, all right, here we go. So first off, yeah, a white card with rules text, draw 3 cards. So they made a whole announcement the other day, basically saying like, hey, we know that I think it was Gavin Verhey that did a YouTube video on his Good Morning Magic channel. And I watch a lot of stuff that's out there, but I do miss things. So if I've missed anything else, sorry guys. I have a life and 2 kids, and a wife and 2 kids, and so. Anyway, yeah. So a white card with rules text, draw 3 cards. They basically said that they're trying to give white better everything, because they're like, we've screwed white cards over in general, and not necessarily for constructed mono white has been really powerful lately, but they're recognizing that people play Commander a lot, and so they're trying to make some cards that are just good for outside of constructed, I think. And so we're actually going to see a lot of really powerful cards in white coming up. I'm not sure if they'll be powerful just for Commander, or if they are going to be powerful for constructed in MTG Arena. I'm excited to see where they land, honestly. So it's going to be good stuff. All right. So a Planeswalker, but not as you know them. So probably in a different color set or something like that. That'll be interesting. Card featuring likeness for winning the world champion. So they did the same type of thing. Fervent Champion was in the likeness of oh my gosh, can't think of his name. The dude that won. It's on the flavor text, I think, or whatever. So anyway, Fervent Champion was in the likeness of a previous winner, and now Paulo Vitor Damo the Rosas will also be in there for the next one. So a spell with 3 X's in its mana cost, pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's got to be busted if it's going to have 3 X in mana cost. So should be good. At minimum, it's a 3 cost spell, potentially 4 or 5 or something like that, and then it can be bigger if you want it to be. Cool. Introduction of new evergreen keyword. This is the one that I'm probably most excited for. This is as far as I read through before. I was like, okay, I want to save this and kind of read with you guys, and so that's gonna be the rest of this video. But introduction, or that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this video. Yeah, evergreen keyword. I'm not sure if this is going to be a keyword that we've already seen. It says introduction, and so I'm not sure if that's going to be like a new mechanic that's just going to be around for forever, which will be cool, or if it's going to be like this effect that we've seen in the past, or like landfall or something like that, has had an effect however many different times instead of just like Baja. There's a few other cards like let's say Tetyova. Tetyova has the landfall mechanic without saying it has a landfall mechanic. Like every time the land hits a battlefield, something happens. Instead, it just says every time a land hits a battlefield, this thing happens. I feel like those are some things where it would just be convenient if they would just start putting keywords onto it instead. But who knows? A red sorcery that can have as many copies in your deck as you want. That sounds fun, actually. So we had 7 doors, but you only have up to 7. There's been a lot of black cards like Rat Colony, like Shadow's Disciple, whatever. I can't remember all of them, but like there's a bunch of different cards that you can have as many copies as you want. But I'm not sure if red has ever had that necessarily. And it's red sorcery, which is it just like a red deal 1 point of damage? And you can have as many as you want. And that would actually be pretty interesting if it was just like a 1 mana. Deal 1 point of damage to face, and you can have as many as you want. That would actually be really interesting. A future shifted card, appealing for the first time in a premiere set other than Future Sight. I don't know what this one is talking about. I don't think I ever really checked out Future Sight. So let's zoom in on this. I just realized you guys probably can't see much of this stuff. So yeah, I don't know what Future Sight is. Okay, and MDFC. So they are doing MDFCs. Same card type on both sides that hasn't been printed before. So it's probably going to be like spells on both sides. MDFCs are awesome. They are so busted that I'm glad that they're printing more, honestly, because like if they only had a limited amount, it'd be like that set is just really good for a lot of things. Where the more of these that we get, the better are. They're just consistently powerful. They are dumbing them down to an extent as well because they have the abilities of MDFCs, but still they're powerful. A card sharing something never shared before. Whoa, cool. All right, a cycle of I always like to go through spoilers afterwards and like see if I can like think of which one it was. A lot of times I forget what was happening anyway, but cycle of enemy dual lands, finishing off a 10 card cycle. So finishing off something that was already done before. And it's not dual lands. It's not tri-lands. I was wondering if it would be like tri or whatever, but it's enemy dual lands. People might know more what's out there that I don't know what had not been finished off before, but that'd be pretty sweet. I'm not sure if the like Blooming Marsh type of sets have ever had those before, where it's just like if you had 2 or fewer lands, then it comes in untapped. I would love to have those come back, or a new set of those. I'm not sure if those the enemy lands with those have been printed before though. And here's some snippets for rules text that appear in the set. All right, so search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names. That sounds fun. And then put them onto your opponent's battlefield. That's what this is going to say. It's not going to be anything awesome or cool. Definitely not anything that we care about. At the same time, though, search your library for and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names. And if you could put all 4 of them onto the battlefield, that's an immediate like win in Commander. And it should be in Standard as well. If you can create like there's a bunch of like 4 creature combos that if you can have 4 creatures to the battlefield at once, that's actually really busted. Even if it was like put 2 on the battlefield and 2 in the graveyard or 2 in your hand or something like that, still that can be really busted. All right. So other text. Otherwise, put a study counter onto it. So study is a new mechanic that's happening here. Study counter. I don't have a lot of study counters in my life, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I got through college. I did all this stuff, but there was not very much studying involved in all that. I basically BS my way through everything. I was one of those guys that could always take tests without actually having to like study. And yeah, it's been, so I never did the whole studying thing very often. But I also didn't get great grades. It's just, I passed. Anyway, whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, causes a triggered ability to trigger. What? This is text that's actually on the card. How do you say that was? First, here's some things that you can expect. Okay, what does it say? And here's some snippets of rules text that appear in the set. So rules text. So this is actually, I think, text that's on there. So whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability. So that's I thought it causes a trigger ability to trigger. Okay. So it's like another Panharmonicon potential type of stuff. That'll be fun. Or it deals damage. Dealing damage anytime there's a triggered ability with something enter the battlefield. That would be a really good counter card, honestly. All right, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. Cool. All right, pay 10 life. That can be really fun with mtga. If there's an untap each creature you control, so untap all of your dwarves, and then you can tap any number of them again. It actually is pretty fun. So that could be really cool. It's a way to get lots of treasures if it's cheap with mtga. Pay 10 life. No clue what that will end up doing. Repeat this process 6 times or more. That sounds fun. There's something here that says pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders. Maybe this is like another land like animal sanctuary that we got. We'll see. Or all of these get +1/+1 maybe, and it could be like a critter lord. That would be actually really fun because I've been wanting an insect deck for forever. I have some viewers that have been wanting that for a long time as well. Each mode must target a different player. Interesting. So like a modal card, and you can choose multiples is what it's obviously going to be, but they must each target a different player. And so if you're playing constructed, it'll probably only be 2 options, but if it has like more options, then you can probably end up targeting more things, because you can only target yourself and them with 2 modes, or with 2 opponent or 2 players. Anyway, interesting. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, we've seen a lot of that kind of thing before as well. And it does something. Whenever they do it, it does something. Where X is the number of cards in your library, that's always fun stuff too. That can either be another way to get out of your library, or you can actually do damage equal to cards. That would be busted. All right, and finally, here's some creature type lines from the set. So Turtle Druid sounds fun. Bird Warlock. So these are all of the animals that are doing cool stuff. Frog Wizard. Spirit Dwarf. There's actually a somewhat frog deck I've been wanting to build, so more frogs sounds fun to me. Troll Druid and an eye bat. An eye bat? What in the world is that? Weird. Is it going to be like a bat cyclops? And a legendary creature, vampire warlock, orc shaman, and a dryad druid. And construct. That's a new one. Ooh. Legendary artifact creature construct. All right, cool. Sounds fun. You find out the answers to some of these clues coming out 25th. Yeah, or March 25th. All right, sweet. So that's all of those, guys. I hope this was fun for you guys to kind of go through what we had going on here. Super excited for Strixhaven to come out. Yeah, it'll be fun. And yeah, so it says maintenance usually starts around 8 a.m. Pacific time when stuff actually goes out. I'll be doing the pre-release event. I believe I got some communications about that. The day before is how it always typically goes down. So like April 24th, if you guys want to tune in for that, I might do a live stream on YouTube for that one instead of Twitch this time. I've been trying to do more stuff with Twitch. It's with my 2 kids being more crazy, it's been easier to record whenever I have time to record rather than at a certain specific time. So that's why I've not been doing as much Twitch lately. I do want to still get back into it. I'm not ignoring it. At the same time though, Twitch isn't necessarily a priority because YouTube is where money is made and whatnot. So anyway, that's it, guys. Yeah, let's go and let's jump into it. Wish me luck. There's things that I say all the time. I'm really excited for Magic Legends. I'm really stoked for this. I hope you guys are excited as well to see some of the content that we're going to be making here. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you guys like having this kind of news related content coming out for you guys, I'm going to try to just be making content in general. 1 Magic video a day you can expect, typically in the morning. Today I didn't do it in the morning because I was burnt down on Magic yesterday and I just didn't get it. I'm recording this literally like right before this will go live. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I need to get this up now. So yeah, bye.